Welcome back to Laura's Design Studio. We're working on Froggy Friday plus a requested project. So one of the subscribers made a request for me to do this holder in black and blues. I've got 3 different blues here. I've got my black luster, and I've mixed up 12 ounces of Craftor tabletop because that's what I had out at the moment. And we are going to get the show on the road here. So this has been through the mixer, my mini mixer that I love from Renee. And we are going to, this holder takes 10 ounces, so I am going to split it between these cups. And I do have my heat mat on. I just turned it on before we came on. Let's see. Okay. Now this is about 2 ounces left. A little more. Okay. So that's about 2 ounces that I'll set aside. Now, I'm gonna put a little bit of this sparkle . Okay. So there's that done. And now here is the luster black. Cobalt blue, which I'm almost out of. No, I'm not. Just felt like it. Silk blue. And pure blue. Okay. I highly recommend these mica powders. They are beautiful and they mix in really well. That Timu one that I've mentioned that doesn't brush on worth a crap, but it's kind of pretty when you put it in something. I actually just made a pigment paste out of that yesterday, so. And if you don't know how to make a pigment paste, all you have to do is take a mica powder, either something that you find difficult to work with, or you only have a little bit left and you want more. Pour a little bit of either part A or part B. Don't do both, it'll cure. But part A or part B, stir it up, close up your container, and there's your pigment paste, and you will only need a little bit of it, believe me. Okay. Okay. Looks like we are ready to go. Yep, that one, no mica on top. This one. This one. Now, I am gonna spray, get out surface bubbles. Get some alcohol down in there. Hang on 1 second, because I want to pull this mat a little closer to me. There we go. All right, so you want to make sure that nothing's tucked under. Your supports are all out where they should be. Just got it off me. If I didn't say it, this mold takes exactly 10 ounces. And that's a scraped 10 ounces. So make sure you scrape your cups. Okay. Let me clean up my mess here. I'm going to scoot this back. Alright, I'm going to clean up this mess and I'll be right back and we'll start our the frog. Because that's what we're doing. I'm just going to put this one in with the frogs today for Froggy Friday. And we're going to go from there. I'll be right back and let me get set up for the frog. Okay, we are back and I cleaned up that mess and we're going to make a whole new one now. So I have this frog. This frog is from Resin Molds Express. If you don't know them, I did an unboxing either yesterday or maybe it's coming out today. I'm not sure which. But that is where this frog mold came from. So I have grass green and the other one is moss green. And I already put eyes in this frog. And I did that with just, I actually used, I'll show it to you, the bottle. This is like, I guess it's their competition for Let's Resin's bonding epoxy. So I have this one right here, and it came with a little, just like Let's Resin does. This one's called Craft, and it's a 60-gram bottle. And I've used it on several times now. This came through the Vine program, so I was reviewing it. And I've never used the Let's Resin one. It was in my cart to buy when this one came out. So I don't have really anything to compare it to, but I can tell you that this one works really good. Bonds really fast. Haven't had any problems with it. So here are our two greens. I don't know how much mold, how much mold. I don't know how much this mold takes. But we shall see. I did mix up 12 because I'm also doing a tray this week with it. So, this came with the Resin Molds Express for this frog, actually. And it's luminous powder. Now, I don't know if this will work when it's going into another color or not, but we're gonna find out. And I don't know how much of it you have to use, but I guess we'll find out if I used enough. Okay. And I am gonna pour this just like I did the holder. The only difference is no black. And we'll hope that the eyes stay in. Okay, definitely takes more than this. I mean, I had about 2 ounces left from the other resin, and I mixed up another 12 because I know that my tray takes 10. So, okay, so we definitely need more. I don't want to pour too much. We're gonna have to make up. I'm just gonna mix what was in here left. Luminous powder is kind of gritty. I don't know what that was. I don't know if you guys heard that or not, but hopefully that was not in the apartment. Okay. I only have one cat in here, so I'm not sure. Don't want to squish too much on the eyes. I'm afraid I'll dislodge it. I'm gonna move this right back here. That is not level. Okay. Come on. That looks much better. Okay. Now, okay. Now we need to do the tray. Because this, oh, don't, no tipping. There we go. Just sit there nice. And I'm probably gonna have to make up a couple more ounces because that frog took more than I thought. So, for the tray, we are going to use some light green, cobalt blue, and just set it. We'll just do those two. So, and grab another cup here. Okay. Light green. That has stuff on it. And some cobalt blue. Okay. Now, I'm also going to put a little bit of luminous powder. Well, that was more than a little, so we're not putting. Okay. Now I see a hair. Oh, right there. There we go. All right. Whoa. Got a little happy there on the edge. Okay. And I have some clear here. Just looking at how this tray is sitting, looks like we need, my leveling table is level. Sometimes it's the mold, sometimes it's the silicone mat that it's sitting on top. Okay. Now, when you pour clear into this, you should get some crackle effect. Now I poured clear in a couple different spots. I think we'll be okay with this amount. I don't think I'll need to mix anymore. Okay guys, I'm gonna clean up, and when we come back it'll be time to demold and finish up this project. Talk to you soon. Welcome back. It's time to demold all this. So here was the one that was requested by a subscriber. Blues and blacks. Sorry guys, this one I gotta hold over here to try and get everything popped out. once you get this piece out from here, it's pretty simple. Got your hang up right there. There we go. Flip my mold. Okay. And here it is. All the blues and the black. No bubbles. Yeah, a little, not much trimming at all, but so there you go, blue and black. It's one of my favorite color combinations right there. All right, on to the frog. Hope his eyes stayed in the right places. There we go. There is our little frog. So, and no bubbles in him either. Nope, not even underneath his chin. This is a piece of the UV resin from his eyes. I got over there. But there you go. Now, let's unmold the tray, and then we will fix everything up. There's the tray. So, I pulled out some things to decorate with, so I will put you guys on pause and be back. Welcome back. Okay, we have a story of a frog. This poor little pond frog, all he wanted was wings, like the butterflies and the ladybugs and the geese and the swans and all the other flying. All he wanted was to fly, or at least know what it's like to have wings. So, here he is. Still hot. So, I'm going to show you, try to show you. He has ladybugs. There are butterflies on top of him, under the wings on his legs. He's got all of his little friends in the pond. We've got an alligator and a goose, swan, whatever it is. We've got an axolotl right here. We've got some turtles. And of course he has little flowers. And he has a crown, because he was the prince of the pond. But he just wanted wings. So his butterfly friends and his ladybug friends, they went out and they found an unused pair of wings. And they put them on him so he could know what it was like to have wings. Now, could he fly? You'll never know. How much do you believe that the frog could fly? That's my story. So, what I did was this right here, which looks kind of like rock or sand. It's actually red jasper, which I got, and I've used it in a few projects. The first thing I did is after the frog came out of the mold and I turned you guys off, I decorated him with all of his butterflies and his ladybugs and his flowers around the base and everything like that. And then I put this pair of wings, which I had made either last week or earlier this week, not sure. I put those on him, and then I put some flowers out in the little pond with his little friends. So that is how I made this come to life. Now we have a frog with wings covered in butterflies and ladybugs with flowers and friends in his pond. So what do you think? Can frogs fly? I don't know. I just realized I have to replace my heating mat. I couldn't figure out why this thing wasn't sitting level. And I kept finding a lump in here, and I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, I lifted up this mat, and there's a big bubble in it. So I have extra because every time I see them on Vine, I get them because I didn't want to be without. So I will replace that tomorrow, but he has a little more curing to do. But here you go. Look at the pond. Look at our frog. I'm not sure if you can see up in there. He does have butterflies under his wings. So, there you go, guys. That is Froggy Friday complete. I'm just going to let him finish curing here, get him off of this bubble that's, I couldn't figure out why. But there we go. Alright, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit that black bell because then you'll get notified of every time I do a new video. And we will see you in the next one. But in the meantime, don't forget to check out the description box because it has a lot of discount codes. There's discount codes in there for INTORESIN. There's a link to Resin Molds Express, which is where the frog came from. There are links to Craftor. Go to their website. Use my code 20% off on Craftor. And just in case you didn't see it, this was the other thing I made today as a subscriber request. This was the black and blue. This has 3 different colors of blue plus black. But there you go, guys. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.